Hi guys, just a quick forewarning about this. We're going to be talking about some opinionated things, and we're all entitled to our own opinion. We just hope that you don't take any offence of what we say today. It shouldn't take any offence, but it's just a quick warning in case you've got different opinions to us. Yeah, enjoy the podcast. Hello. Welcome back to Squidward Chat. My name is James Allen. And here I'm joined by Alex. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name's Alex. I've known James for a long time, and it's a great podcast, and it's the honour of my life to be on it. Thank you for having me.
Yeah! You love to hear it. Love to hear it. Mackenzie, you're up next. Introduce yourself.
My name's James Allen. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. Mackenzie. My name's Mackenzie.
Very nice. Malachi, introduce yourself.
My name's Mal, and I'm a two-timer of the podcast. Not to flex, but I am. I'm better than all of you, apart from James.
Thanks.
I owe you my life.
I know you
And
do.
I'm here.
Okay, let's start as we always do with the facts of the day. Facts. Okay, Alex, would you like to go first?
I love that.
You've got a fact. Alex, Martin.
I've got a fact. And I thought, obviously, we're being locked down, and we're seeing the strength of Britain. So I thought, can we cut that out, please?
I really should leave that in.
I'm leaving that in. Oh, that is a nice photo. Alex, go back to yours. Alex, just do the fact.
Okay, so obviously we're in lockdown at the moment, and I and all people in this podcast are in the UK, so I've got a fact about the UK. So, my fact is, the UK eats more baked beans than the rest of the world combined. I repeat that. The UK eats more beans than the rest of the world combined.
When we're saying beans, what sort of beans are we referring to? Kidney beans? Runner beans?
As I said in the fact, I said baked beans.
Oh, I apologise, I must have misread. Hold my hands up. I'm sorry.
Beans.
Baked beans. How do you bake beans? I don't know why. How do you bake beans? You bake bread, but how do you bake beans?
Why these questions are good questions?
In the oven.
Yeah. Or the microwave, you know.
Yeah, but they're already baked beans, even if they're cold. They're already baked. So how do you bake a bean?
Yeah, exactly.
But what happens when they're warm?
They've been baked in the
Dude,
factory.
it's because they've already been they've already been baked in the factory.
Yeah, but how do you bake something? You bake bread, because that's got
I didn't
flour and
search it
stuff.
up, James.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly how you bake anything else.
Okay. Mackenzie, what's your fact of the day?
Did you know that a single strand of spaghetti is called a spaghetto?
Welcome to the spaghetti.
Yeah,
I wasn't.
I like that. That's funny. Spaghetto. Spaghetto. Mal, what's your fact of the day?
My fact.
Don't you have a
of the
fact
day.
about, Mal, could you give me a fact about Pepsi or Coke, please?
Oh, Alex, I have the perfect fact for you.
How did you know that? What?
Wow. What is it?
How did you? Never mind.
Crazy.
So, all around the world, people can buy Coke, but actually, that's not true. There are two countries in the whole entire world that can't buy or sell Coke.
Wait, stop right there. I reckon I could guess what countries they are.
No,
Right.
No.
3, on the count of 3, we'll all say what we think they are.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
North Korea
Korea.
and
No,
Cuba.
damn it.
Cuba.
Is that right,
Guys,
Mal?
I've said my own fact wrong. You were right. I don't know how. It's North Korea and Cuba. Who would have thought?
I'm gonna have to beep that.
Do you know why that is, Mal? Think about the political affiliations with those countries.
Alex, I love when you come back to me like this. I love when you do this to me. It probably is one of my favorite things that you do.
Okay.
And no, I cannot tell you why because
Mal, what are your other favourite things that Alex does?
I can tell you. Oh,
just the way he cuts his hair, the way he shaves it all off.
Oh, the way he cuts his hair.
Oh,
I can.
Is the insults already?
No, unless you think H isn't. No.
H is very cool at the minute.
He is cool. EP drop.
No, it's only
I love H.
It's only fallen off.
We sound so uncool. Like
Alright, let me do my fact.
The reason they don't say Coca-Cola in Cuba or North Korea is because obviously in Cuba there was obviously the revolution to overthrow Batista and to bring in Castro, and then obviously North Korea.
Nobody cares.
No, I care, Alex. I really care. Can I say my fact, please? My fact of the day. I never actually. My fact of the day is cruise ships
The
have.
reason they don't say
Oh my goodness. Oh my.
Alex, I will kick you off the podcast if you don't let me say my fact. Okay. Mackenzie, stop. Let me say my fact. Cruise ships have morgues.
Did actually?
Yeah, apparently they can store up to 10 bodies at once. The average amount of people that die on cruise ships per year is 200.
Why was one like?
No, Alex, you said the funniest thing.
Thank you. I'm glad you heard it, man.
I heard it, Mal.
What have I missed?
He just said like the YouTuber.
You said what?
Like the YouTuber. Can you just imagine multiple morgues just on
Yeah.
Oh my god, someone has died!
Oh my god, I'm hiding from my mom in the morgue. I don't know why I said that with an American accent. He just reminds me of someone who's American.
An English American.
I'm hiding from my mom in the morgue here on the cruise ship.
Oh my goodness, it's a dead body!
All credit to morgues. If you like morgues, fully respect that.
Thank you for more.
No hate right here.
Go seek help.
No hate right here. Mackenzie, did you go to the protest today? What?
That was perfect timing.
Mackenzie, did you go to the protest today?
I didn't have time. I woke up late. I'm going tomorrow. Hopefully.
Alright.
Yeah, I think I am as well.
Hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah. What are all your thoughts on it? On the current situation?
It's good that everyone's going out to protest. It's just Corona's about still. That's what
Yeah.
I would say.
It's fallen at a bad time, but it needs to happen.
Yeah. It's good and bad at the same time. There shouldn't have to be protests going on around the world that's about something that should have been solved
Years ago.
years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. But I think one of the problems is that it's one of those things, just like I'm sort of reminded of feminism. It's one of those things where it's so hard to do something when a lot of people were raised with that idea. It's hard to sort of stamp it out, you know. It's not like a virus. It's like it's hard to think. But I think the good ideas are what do you think? How would you I can't speak. How would you aim to take steps to solve the problem? Like in terms of the police brutality and things like that.
Well, the problem's never going to stop anyway. It won't stop. It's just going to be like, it's still going to happen, but protest, that will help. Peaceful protest, but just getting the word out, getting the voice. Because people don't listen, but it's been happening for years. So
Especially showing stories that have happened years ago. They're only just coming to light now, which is it's a horrible thing, but it's good that they're coming out at least.
Education.
Yeah, we're educating the whole world, I guess.
I think it needs to start in the schools now, but even now it needs to go into police stations. They need the course is, because some people just don't understand, and some people are just completely clueless to what's going around them. So they need to know.
I do think some people are just do it maliciously.
Yeah, they take it as a, you know, I think there was a lot of controversy about the George Floyd death, and the guy who, you know, he looked like he was enjoying it, and it's sad to see that.
Yeah.
You know.
8 minutes on someone's neck. That ain't.
Yeah, it's.
No, it's not.
One of the shocking stories that I thought was awful was there was a guy in his car, and he got pulled over because his tail light was broken, and the guy saw that he was black, the police officer, and he asked for his license and registration. I wanted to search the vehicle and stuff like that, and he said, "I'm just going to warn you. I've got a firearm in my boot, but it's in my boot and I can't reach for it." And he reached down to go get his license, and the police officer was like, "Don't reach down there," and he's like, "Don't get my license," and he killed him in his car. And that was really shocking at the time, because I think somebody Facebook lived it, the actual incident. So I think it makes you think. Yeah.
It's horrible. I was watching this guy, and he didn't realize, because like white privilege is sort of a thing, like just to say that, yeah. And I was reading a story about this white guy, and he was going to meet his friend in LA who was black, and he was moving all of his license and registration above him. Do you know where like you have the mirror thing and like where you can check and to block out the sun? He put it up there, and the guy who was telling the story was asking his friend, "Why'd you do that?" And he said, "So I don't have to reach for anything, so they can't basically do anything to harm me."
I think what's sad is that the point is that, you know, you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to be submissive. You shouldn't have to have the worry to reach down there. The problem that needs to be fixed is that, you know, you have every right to be angry if someone's treating you unfairly, and it shouldn't be that, you know, you have to be submissive. I think that's something.
I would say the system is designed to protect, but it's not protecting the right people.
No,
it's not all police officers. It's some.
No. But I think what's really poignant at the minute is I've seen people that, I think it's this social media presence, and it feels very disconcerting for a lot of people because I've seen people who putting on there that's like, "God, I hate all people who say not all cops are bad," you know, and stuff like that. And I understand where people are coming from. I understand that people are angry, but I'm sort of thinking about the other police officers in a way. Imagine how they feel. Imagine about those police officers. But luckily, those good people are coming to light now. Those people who are joining in solidarity, I've seen on the videos with the protests. So yeah. It's really interesting is the use of, you know, like the tear gas and the rubber bullets and stuff, and it's just they're abusing that. Yeah. That shouldn't happen.
Yeah, there was a disabled person in a wheelchair. They got shot in the head, I think.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
America, yeah, it shouldn't be happening.
Like they were going down the streets, like a whole band of them, and they were telling people to go back inside, and everyone was like, was being compliant, and they were shooting like tear gas and paint and stuff into their houses, and like shooting rubber bullets at them. Like, it was just, there was no need when everyone was doing as they were told.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's true, but I think the UK is cutting down on production of those things, so I think that's a step in the right direction. But yeah, it's awful, and and I saw that video of the people who are trying to get away from the protest, and they tasered him and his girlfriend, who were actually just trying to get out.
Trump's making it worse.
Yeah, it's Trump that's the problem.
He's the problem. Get him out.
Yeah.
In America, bad the situation. In the UK, we still have a problem, but it's not as bad as
Yeah.
He needs to be taken out of power.
Yeah, I saw George Floyd's brother do a speech about it, and how he doesn't condone any of the violence, but what he wants people to do is just vote, because vote has, to vote against Trump would mean that you've got hopefully someone in power who might be able to discuss it and who's not, a racist or a sexist or anything like that. So
with the situation as well, I would say that it's been happening for years and years. Peaceful protest. The amount of protests people have had and the government still don't listen. I understand why there's violence, because violence talks to people in a way. Like, loads of people are getting involved now just because of the rioting. And
yeah,
I know that brings out a message, even though it's negative, but sometimes stuff like that is needed.
yeah.
And then some of them are targeting the black communities as well, for the rioting.
I think possession of firearms just needs to be, like,
Yeah.
in the police force needs to be, yeah.
That is the reason why it's worse in America. It's just the guns, because that's why people are getting murdered. It's ridiculous.
You can walk around with like a machete,
Yeah.
AK-47 or whatever, and you won't get arrested.
Yeah,
just by
I
walking
know.
crazy.
around.
Yeah. And it sort of reflects, if you see how much knife crime there is in the UK, imagine what it'd be like if we had firearms.
It's like Manchester used to be called Gunchester.
Yeah, I saw that. But it feels like the world's ending, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. 2020 has been
Ugly.
Yeah.
By the way, Alex, are you dead?
No, I'm just listening. I'm just
Oh.
trying to listen.
Good, Alex.
Enjoying the conversation.
What was the group what Trump was trying to call a terrorist? Again?
Antifa.
Antifa.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing with I completely disagree with, because if he wants to call them a terrorist organization, what about the KKK other
Yeah.
white supremacist groups?
Yeah.
Don't make sense.
I'm thinking back to those Charleston marches, that the white supremacist marches, and how they let them march without any problems. I mean, they wear white cloaks. What is that?
Nah, the KKK, they bomb churches and everything.
It's ridiculous.
acceptable for them to do that in his eyes. I don't understand that. Just
Yeah.
hanging people, it's not right.
Yeah. Do you remember at the start of the year when we thought that World War III was going to happen? That feels like ages ago. God, wow.
Yeah, no.
I'm eating chicken and talking at the same time. Disappointing.
That's right.
Thanks for that information, Mackenzie.
I'm just eating food. I demolished the whole.
Oh, lovely.
That's just made me really hungry.
Excuse me, Mackenzie, have you left your vegetables?
I'm eating them last.
Yeah, you better.
What?
You better.
Yeah, you have to eat them at the same time.
Yeah, you can't do that sort of, I'll leave them till last.
Eat the vegetables first.
Yeah, get them out of the way, Once they're out,
Well,
ooh.
I like vegetables, though.
So do I. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of parsnips. I once got absolutely debated by a parsnip. I thought it was a chip.
It's froze, my friend.
They're so nice.
Yeah.
Sprouts are the worst.
Oh, I actually like sprouts.
Oh, get off the podcast.
I'm sorry, I'll leave. Okay, then bye.
I remember when they had, they released the crisps, the Brussels sprout crisps. Do you remember that? For Christmas. Yeah. That was, Mackenzie says it's froze for him.
Yeah, I've just seen it.
He might rejoin, we'll see.
We'll come back to you after the short break.
Okay, we're back. Mackenzie has fixed his thing.
Yep.
Right. Anyway, we're going to
James,
move on
would
to...
you like to insult us all?
Yeah, we're going to move on to a lighter note. We're going to do... We haven't done one of these for a while. Yeah, we're going to do an insults match.
Much request.
You can insult me if you want as well, even though I'm
Yeah.
judging.
So Mackenzie's going to judge because he couldn't be bothered to make up any insults. Anyway, okay, fine. I'll go first.
The host goes first.
Go for you, Alex. Well, these aren't great. Anyway. Alex Martin. I heard you like heavy metal music.
True.
That's it. That's the insult.
Oh,
No, terrible.
Excuse me.
rubbish.
Right. Alex, where's yours
How
then?
would you rate that?
Alex, your turn.
My turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
The podcast gets no viewers.
Wow.
Okay.
He went there. It's funny because it's true. Mal,
I'm joking. I love the podcast.
thanks,
Just like
Alex.
that.
James, no matter how hard you try, you're always going to be terrible at sports.
No way!
Mm,
He did not do that.
yeah. Okay.
I can't.
Yeah, you can't laugh, Mackenzie. I've got some for you now.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay, Mackenzie. I've wrote you a poem. Wrote you a poem. Roses are red, paper tears. You are an Emmerdale, and no one cares.
I don't care.
Thanks.
No,
Thanks,
I
guys.
like that one. I like that
I
one.
like it. I like it.
Have you got a reply, Mackenzie?
Don't need a reply. What have you been in, Elf?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I knew that was going to come up. I haven't done Malachi yet. Right, are you ready, Malachi?
Yeah, I am.
Right, this one's actually a quick trivia question for everyone. So, let's list how many people care that Mal was in class dismissed.
I care.
Oh, it's a trick question. No one cares.
I care. I care. I care.
Okay.
It's
Guys,
true.
stop.
Dismissed. Oh no.
Please have me back. Please have me back.
Yeah,
Please.
class dismissed if you're listening.
If you're listening.
Has anyone got any replies for me?
Oh no.
Okay.
Elf.
Well, your loss. I'm just going to go through them all.
Okay, I just said.
Go on, Mal. I'll let you go.
I just said elf. Ironic, isn't it?
Elf was great. I don't know what you're on about.
It was good for you.
Yeah, it looked like it was good
I
fun.
respect that.
It's my claim to fame. Right, let me just go through the insults since none of you came up with any. Mackenzie, I've written you another poem.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Roses are red. I ride my bike. Now please stop telling us what the back of Pep Guardiola's head looks like. Get it? Because you're in the advert.
I get it.
Yeah, you get it. Yeah.
Give you credit.
Thanks. That was a bit of a tough crowd one. Yep. Right. Mal. You know, when you play the guitar, it sounds a bit like Bruce Springsteen. No, it sounds a bit like Bruce Springsteen. I hate Bruce Springsteen. Thanks. Alex, these were.
You definitely are B-Tech Stephen Tries, aren't you?
Whoa. Where did that come from then?
It's true. It is true.
I thought you were the judge. I thought you were the judge.
I can't comment.
He's pulled a Simon Cowell on you, mate.
I can't
Wow.
comment. I can't comment. I can do what I want.
Wow. Alex, haven't you met Stephen Tries?
I have, yeah.
Technically,
Wow.
we had as well, but we were really stalling
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
very interesting.
It's story
His
time.
name.
How we met Stephen Tries. We were outside Salford University, and we spotted Stephen, and we were too scared to go up to him.
Yeah. And then but then James screamed his name when he turned the corner.
Yeah.
And we don't know what happened.
Yeah, he never ran back.
No.
But
He
Alex,
didn't answer my calls.
he didn't answer. Alex got a picture with him ages ago.
I did. Yep.
Yep.
Great moment.
Talking about Alex, let's finish off with the insults. Mackenzie, stop.
That's
Soundboard, baby.
Okay, Alex asks.
Let's go.
Got him?
This is your final insults. Right.
Try.
Uh,
Let's go.
Alex Martin, more like Alex. I can't say this. Well, I can, but it's just so miserable.
Martin.
Yeah.
Oh my
Mate, I heard it
days.
in reception.
Really? Wow. God, were you bullied in reception for being called Alex Martin?
No, I used to do those insult matches on a podcast.
You what? Yeah, that's it. I think that's it. Let's do useless advice and then let's just get this over and done with. We're gonna finish off as we always do with useless advice. That's the jingle right now. Everyone do the jingle. Useless advice. Oh, Alex, that was nice. Okay, I'll start off with my useless advice. if you're feeling lonely in quarantine, go make some friends.
Okay. We like to see it.
I don't have the personal skills for that.
We know you don't. Okay.
Mackenzie, let's hear your useless advice.
Sorry, Alex. Didn't realise you were the host all of a sudden. Yeah, Mackenzie, go on. Mackenzie, have you got Mackenzie?
Right. If you get arrested, you go to jail.
Oh no.
Oh my! Wow. Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. I should incorporate that into a joke. Malachi, what's your useless advice? Useless advice.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
When you install glass into your house for like windows and stuff, not a lot of people know this, but you can actually look outside through the glass.
Wait, I'm gonna do a test here. I've got a window right here. Let me do a test.
Yeah.
Okay. Take us with it. Okay.
I was thinking about windows, like computer windows.
Can you see out there?
People are going to know where you live now, Jen.
I can.
Oh, would you like to see my shorts?
Expose themselves.
Whoa.
Alex, what's your useless advice?
It's life.
So obviously, my advice is summer's coming. Summer's coming, and when summer comes, hot weather arrives. So, if you run out of ice, use frozen vegetables in your drink.
Actually, you'll find that's not necessary. Yeah! That was funny. Right, nice useless advice. That's all we've got.
Off the top of your head as well.
That's all we've got time for. Thanks for tuning in. If you made it to the end, you didn't. Don't lie. No one
Follow
ever
me on
watches.
Instagram.
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram, j.allen543. Subscribe, like, comment.
I've been Alex Martin, and you've been awesome.
That's what we're going to end with.
You anytime we come.
Do you want to hear a joke? Do you want to see me dance?
And the actual facts themselves, and then just cut the facts from the other one out, and then useless advice.
What do you call a Russian with 3 balls? Huger Nikobolikov. I've got another joke. You've just been bamboozled. What do you call a Russian who catches fleas? Ivor hell of an itch. Did you get it? Ivor hell of an itch? Because he catches fleas and fleas are itchy.